So this week I had the opportunity to be interviewed on the Health Geeks podcast, which it was a great interview. I urge you guys to go over to their page. It's Health Geeks, Geeks, and check it out. You can listen to it either on iTunes or on SoundCloud. And we talked about a lot of the common myths and misconceptions and issues that trip not just women up, but women and men when we're trying to get healthy, and some ways of overcoming some of those common obstacles that we encounter. And one of those that we touched on that I want to discuss today is something that holds many of the women I work with back from having success with their diet and exercise routine, and that's this all or nothing mindset. We have this idea that, we have to be perfect. If we're going to do it, we have to be 100%. We're either all in or we're all off. And when I'm working with clients, especially those who might be dieting and trying to lose weight, it's a trap that a lot of fall into where, say you have a weak moment and you eat something that's not on your plan, or you go over on calories, or you were planning to have a certain meal and you gave into a temptation, and then you're like, well, blew that, so today's blown. And so we just end up completely giving in and giving every temptation that comes around, you're eating it, and you're like, if I can't be on, I'm just gonna be 300% off. And we have trouble finding this gray area, this space in between being super, super dedicated and strict and being completely abandoning the entire plan and not working out and just eating whatever we want to eat. I don't know exactly why that happens. I think many of you guys, including myself, tend to be perfectionists. When we do something, we want to do it well. And if we can't do it well, we fall into the trap of feeling like, well, we're just not going to do it at all. But what I encourage clients to remember is in between, 100% on and completely off is a space where most of us can exist most of the time, still have progress, still get results, but not have to feel like we're like white knuckling our way through, and not have to feel like we're just completely abandoning everything and not doing what we're supposed to be doing. It's okay. 90% of the time in life, you're going to exist in that in-between space. If you have a competition, or you have a wedding, or you have a reunion, and you want to really buckle down, then that little 10% over here, or 5% if you will, of being 100% on, avoiding all temptation, getting all your workouts in, going really hard, really paying attention to your diet, that's going to be necessary in order to reach that goal for that period of time. But it's not realistic long term. And to intention to do that and fall off and then feel like, well, I'm a screw up, forget it, I'm never going to lose weight, I'm never going to get fit and healthy, is just the wrong kind of attitude, but it's very, very common. So I understand where that comes from, and I'm always telling clients, unless you have a date, unless there's a competition, there's a wedding, then there's no deadline, which means doing even just 50% will get you farther than doing 0, right? 1 is always better than 0. Give what you can give today. What is your best today? And bring that and commit to it. And you know what? Even if you blow one meal, that doesn't have to mean end all or be all. You could blow one meal, jump right back on plan, and find that it doesn't affect your results too badly. One thing I'm always reminding people as well is what you do every day matters way more than what you do once in a while. So if you happen to have something coming up and you go out on a Saturday and you have some drinks and you're celebrating. One of my clients just got engaged, and she said, look, I went off plan, I got engaged. She didn't know that was going to happen, but guess what? She was right back on it on Monday morning, getting her workouts in and sticking to her diet, because that one day really isn't a huge factor if there are many, many other days in which you're on. But finding that space and allowing yourself a little bit of grace, and knowing that one meal doesn't have to mean you throw everything out the window, right? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. The all or nothing mindset is always going to hold you back. Just try to be a little bit better each day, each week, each month, and you'll find yourself moving forward. The only thing that stops you from moving forward is giving up altogether.